All right. What's going on, everybody? Pumpkin spice in the Myers cup. We're heading back to Haddonfield. Should place this sticker somewhere around Haddonfield. Me and Jesse are going to go hang out around all the spots from the night he came home. Maybe a couple spots from part 2 as well. Is H45. We don't want it to come to an end. My favorite movie of all time. So join me. We're going day to night in Haddonfield. No rhyme or reason. Not going all out on matchups or anything we've talked about before. Just taking it in for H45. Even gonna wear my Michael Myers socks. Oh yeah, cursive Michael Myers socks. 6-year-old Michael in the dead of night. Halloween night, 1963, approaches the house. Just like that. The original Myers house was moved from here to its current home and location just down the way. So, 6-year-old Michael Audrey Myers approaches the Myers house. We're now at the Myers house, just a stone's throw away from the original spot. But on that Halloween night, 1963, approaches the house this way. It's this window here, which would be the living room window. Unfortunately, it's closed. He sees his sister Judith and her boyfriend in there, and they make their way upstairs to Judith's bedroom, which would have been up here. So Michael makes his way through the house, up the stairs. I don't know if you can see through this top window, but you can actually see the hand railing. Everything's the same in there. Hard to make it out, but he makes his way up into Judith's room in the clown costume, and he stabs her to death. As the opening credits of Halloween 2 end, Michael's in this very dark alleyway at night. Magnolia Lane, South Pasadena. He comes this way. Notices some trick-or-treaters over here in the distance in front of that building. And he turns this way to encounter the barking dog. Barking dog right there. He walks this way. Past this exact window you'll see in the film. I'm sure that one was there too, but you really can distinctly see that one. Fortunately, the pole with the X just got taken down. Isn't a very good way to celebrate the 45th anniversary by taking away something that was there since the filming of it in 1981, but the X pole is gone. You can see it in my Halloween 2 filming locations though. So he goes by the X pole, which was right here to the left of this one. And he watches Loomis tell Sheriff Brackett, played by Charles Cyphers, "I shot him 6 times. He says he can't have gotten very far, and they pull off that way. Elrod's house here. Michael would have made his way in over there by that reader box up there. Made his way in, found the cutting board, got the knife, and the news footage came on. And they believed that the killer was still at large. Michael has the knife, makes his way out. Cool, you see these houses when Ben Tramer is burning really well. He crosses right at this house. He's kind of hid over here. So he's burning here. Sheriff Brackett yells, "Is it him?" Make their entry into the Myers house, and they notice a dead dog in the living room over here. He got hungry. This isn't a man. They make their way upstairs into the bedroom in which he murdered Judith in. Loomis gives the most intriguing speech of anyone in any horror movie ever.
I'm not afraid. I'm not.
Then go in. Hey Lonnie, get your ass away from there. Past that monument, down this way. Talk to Sheriff Brackett at the hardware store. First shot you see here, Halloween, 1978. It's right here at Oxley and Montrose. See this pole here? This is the first shot we get in the film. First establishing shot. We open up to Laurie Street, right here, corner of Oxley and Fairview. So cool, this place. Mr. Pump, you coming with me? Shit. Jesse, forgot my chemistry book.
Shit.
It's okay. I always forget my chemistry book and my math book and, well, let's see, my French book and my porn mags and, well, who needs books anyways? I don't need books. I always forget all of my books. It doesn't really matter if you have your books or not. Right here. Isn't that Devon Graham? Another character by name, like Ben Tramer, who you hear mentioned quite a few times, but you never see. A lot is very similar to the way it was. A lot of these limbs have been cut down. I mean, it's 45 years later. So they've sawed down some of these limbs, but these trees were seen in the film. They walk right by all of these. This elevated property here. You see this red brick, and you got the ivy. There's a little bit more ivy, but John Carpenter himself was directing right around this red brick. Michael pulled to the right. And the girls continue up this way. And then we see Laurie leave again. This time, carrying her pumpkin. Heads back down here again to wait for her ride. And she's talking to Laurie, and they go down here, but the last corner they actually take before going to the babysitter houses is over here. Right where you see this car coming around the corner. Comes this way, running into the shape right here. Looks up into his eyes. Michael lets him go, and then Michael kind of watches as Tommy would walk slowly across this exact schoolyard. You can see that tree right there. Michael ominously watches Tommy. Interesting what they've done to this. It was all grass in the film. These trees were in fact in the film. They've grown up a lot more. Play structure's been erected, as is this gate. Oh yeah, parrots on the line over there. You see that house, Halloween 1? It's where Michael was standing. You got the infamous hedges. All these hedges look exactly the way they did in Halloween 1 and 2. That's fascinating. His class. Ominous figure. He's coming right for us. They walk right out here. It's nighttime. They head over here. And Hunt says to Loomis, you know, we're going to find him. And he asks him where they're going to look. He says, I don't know. Neither do I. And Loomis is taken away. Loomis and Nurse Chambers go with the marshal. You get a really intriguing speech from Donald Pleasance when he's talking to Charles Cyphers, explaining about how he was an ideal patient and he didn't talk, didn't hardly move. He just waited for this night. He waited for 15 years in that sanitarium, not seeing the wall, looking past the wall at this night. And in another scene here at the infamous Myers house, the one and only, Brackett shows back up, startling Loomis. That was right after scared Lonnie away. He says, nothing going on tonight but kids pulling pranks, trick-or-treating, getting high. I have a feeling that you're way off on this. This is the Sinclair stone here, the infamous Sinclair stone. It's beautiful. Legendary stone, nobody knows who this was, but made famous 45 years ago. Halloween, 1978. Goddamn kids! They'll do anything for Halloween. Yes, they will. Sinclair. You also see this slab of concrete over here. If you look behind them in the film, you're gonna notice, even as they walk up, you can see this empty slab. Well, I guess it's not an empty slab of concrete. I've never walked right up to it, acknowledged it. There are a couple stones here. Yeah, 1971, so these were here during the filming of Halloween 78. You see that piece of concrete right there. Sinclair stone. A beautiful Sinclair stone, which was recreated for the 2018 version of Halloween. They should have just used this cemetery, to be honest. It's Judith's grave right there. Look at this tree. Look at this tree. This was seen in Halloween 2. Famous Haddonfield landmark right here. This thing's crazy. It's grown a lot more foliage and leaf. But look at that. And make out crazy parts of this tree seen in Halloween 2. So Boombox Boy comes around this side of the tree. They say they took the one survivor, Laurie Strode, to Haddonfield Memorial Clinic, and then he runs into his father playing the shape right here. Chilling here at the Sugar Mint Gallery. Just went to Carl's Jr. Just chilling behind the Myers house. Just walking around Haddonfield late at night. It's like midnight. Look, lights on the back of the Myers house. Wow. So you see right there, that glowing stained glass there in the back window? That's Judith's room. Judith's room. Oh God, we got Michael over here. You can make it out, he's just sitting atop that roof. Michael Myers. It was Michael Myers. He's come home to kill. Just a late night stroll to the Myers house. Pretty cool. Another angle of the back door over here. We're playing Halloween. That's what you do when you're a horror fan. Myers house at night. Drinking Dr. Pepper. I'm even wearing my Halloween 1978 shirt. Hardware store over there. He stabbed his sister in the tits, right up in that bedroom. And every night, when the wind blows just right, Michael. It's much quieter here at night. Go over and check out the hardware store. Radika. It's a cultural landmark, the hardware store. It's pretty cool how the windows are the exact same as they were in the film. Like, the exact shape, just clear windows.
It smells like curry.
Does it smell like hardware? They light these trees up at night. Bar's happening tonight. It's nice that it's lit up enough that you can see what's going on here. Good Dr. Pepper. The beautiful poles of the Myers house. Who gets to reside inside Judith's room at night? If there's lights on in there, who's at the Myers house at midnight? It was Michael Myers. He's come home to kill. That is totally Judith's room. That's,
I like the stained glass above it.
yeah, that stained glass piece
so
you
cool.
see in that back window is the top of Judith's bedroom door. Pretty cool. Well, there's a lot more light. It's fascinating. The light's actually green, like the ominous green light in Halloween 2. Cool. So you've been here at night?
Yeah, on Halloween night.
Wow. How many other people were in the alleyway?
Nobody. But there was like a million people out on this.
Yeah, they're all over at the Myers house.
Yeah.
Or the Strode house.
But there's literally nobody. I was the only one back here, nerding out. What's the dog?
Where the X-pole used to be. Here you got the garage that Michael hid behind. Probably saw Loomis straight ahead at the end of the alley. Shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. Got him in the testicle. And he can't have gotten very far. That's pretty cool to walk through it at night. I mean, I really always thought that this white fence at the end was the exact same white fence. But from the filming of number 2, we're talking nearly 45 years. So they've clearly gone and replaced this fence over here. But at least it's white. It looks worn as if like it could be like 45 years old. It's the most distinctive thing, so, you know, Sheriff Brackett pulled up right here in the car. Charles Cyphers.
And meanwhile, Michael Myers is back there watching him like without a scratch.
Yeah, Michael's way down there. Never kind of look at this from Loomis and Brackett's perspective. White fence. Across the way is the Wallace house. Now, I meant to bring a matchup shot, which was actually the cover of Halloween 4. I don't know how many people realize it, but here at the Wallace house. There's a dog, which is lit up. It wasn't lit up last time I was here at night. So here's the Wallace house, where the 3 17-year-olds are murdered. Annie, Bob, and Linda, all murdered in this house. As I was saying, I was gonna bring Halloween 4. So the cover of Halloween 4, you'll notice a house. It's this house before it was redone. They used to have an open carport over here. That's all filled in now. Different house, still looks the same over here. But that's the house on the cover of Halloween 4, even though it's not in Halloween 4. Weird, isn't it? I've never heard anybody mention that, but I figured that out a long time ago, just looking at the cover. Here you go, here's the Wallace house. Another cool spot here by the Wallace house is at the beginning of the night when Michael's kind of stalking Laurie and Annie to figure out his game plan. He stands right here by this tree. That car actually gave me some more light. That's cool. Michael puts his hand on this tree like this. Peers around the tree. Waiting. For surreal. Stand by this tree. Outside the Wallace house, just like Michael did. Halloween, 1978. Cool angle. Maybe hard to see on camera, but there's Judith's bedroom right there. The midnight hour, you're able to capture stained glass top Judith's bedroom door here. Michael entered to kill his sister.